Hi YouTube, welcome back to Wtf Rc Cars. So this is a quick vid on the four-wheel steering on the NB4 Plus. For this, I'm using an enhanced receiver, and this one happens to be the FGR12B, but this will work on any receiver that's got enough channels for you to plug your servos in. So we have the main steering on channel 1. We're going to use channel 3 for our slave or rear wheel steer, but this can be any channel you like as long as you change it in the programming. So let's power this up, and we've got it all bound up onto this channel. If we look to start with, we've just got our front steering and that's working as normal. So if we go into his menus, I'm going to set up a few things on this first. So if we go into 4-channel mixing, we can see we've got us 4-channel mixing. We can enable and disable it in here, and we can change modes, which is all well and good, but this may not be the most convenient place. You can also set the mixing rate of the rear channel. So if we go to that one, you can see both servos turn exactly the same. If you turn this down, so I'll turn it down to below 50 just so you can see what it does. But whatever you turn it down to, the rear steer will only get that percentage when it's following the front. And also, if it's independent or on one of modes that just rear steers, you'll also get the reduced rate. Mainly on this, I'm guessing most people are going to leave it at 100. At the top is where you select what channel your second servo is connected to. So channel 3 is why I've left it on channel 3. And although it's really quick to swap modes in here, this is not necessarily going to be the most convenient way for you. So a few things that I've been asked previously. One is people would like independent rear steer with the mix off. So first off, we're going to go to assignments. I'm going to go for the top right of these variable dials under here. So I'm going to go into that, make sure that's set on 3. Then that gives us as rear steering. So we can have fully controllable rear steer. Then on SW1, we're going to go into here and we're going to set this to enable and disable our mix mode, so 4-wheel mixing. Then on the opposite side, I'm going to set that to change the actual mix mode. Now, each one of the modes you can assign to its own button if you'd prefer to do it that way. For me, I find it convenient to be able to change modes on fly. So if I then go back to the mixing screen so you can see what it's actually doing. So the button on the right will enable and disable 4-wheel mixing. The button on the left will change as mode. So we can have just front, just rear, front and rear together, front and rear opposite. But then if you want your rear steer independent, you can just disable whatever mix you're on, and you can control the rear channel. If we jump out to the main screen to see what that's doing, we can see we've got control of his rear channel. Whatever you have that set to, when you turn mixing on, it will then follow the front. If you change your mix modes, it comes up on screen to tell you which mode you're in. So before you even move, you can tell which mode you're in. When you disable it, your third channel will go back to whatever you've got the independent steering set to. So you've got fully independent steering when you're driving. The minute you turn on mixing, it then goes to follow whatever mix mode you've got set. So it can be quite convenient for you, and it's a nice easy way to flick through your modes, one button, and you're back to independent steering. So hopefully that's easy enough to follow. There is more complex things you can do with four-wheel steering setup. You can set your own mixers, and also if you set your own mix rather than the pre-programmed mixers, you can then assign the offset to a dial, which you can't do on the predefined four-wheel steering mixers. So you could also have on-the-fly control of the offset. But it's a nice, quick, easy way of getting your four-wheel mixing set up and being able to change all the settings on the fly without actually going into any menus. As I say, you can also assign a button to each mode. So if you preferred, you could have different buttons what will take you straight to that mode, but it's literally just a press of one button to flick through all modes and it tells you what mode it's in on screen. But thanks a lot for watching Wtf Rc Cars. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, share to friends and family, and I'll see you guys again in the next one.